The wait is almost over. It's game day, and Super Bowl 53 kicks off in less than an hour. This is a live look at Mercedes-Benz Stadium tonight. Good Super Bowl Sunday to you. I'm Deidre Dukes.
Yeah, the Benz is looking good, isn't it? Hello, everybody. I'm Tom Haynes. We have a team of reporters in and around the Benz tonight to bring you live team coverage.
Let's kick off our coverage with Fox 5 anchor Russ Spencer and Chief Meteorologist David Chandley. They are live at our Super Bowl studio at Bank of America Plaza.
Oh, what a great day we're having, Tom and Deidre. It really is spectacular, isn't it? I think Arthur Blank and the host committee, given what happened 19 years ago, would have been satisfied with anything that did not include ice from a weather standpoint. Yeah. Perfect day today after a perfect day yesterday. Now all we need, David, is a good game.
I think we're going to get that, certainly. The weather cooperative. Temperatures in the mid-60s out there.
Fantastic.
And plenty of sunshine for Super Bowl 53. Our sports director, Ken Rodriguez. K-Rod is down just outside the stadium, and the pulse, I'm sure, is palpable there, Ken.
It certainly is where I'm standing right now, David. It's an exciting time. We waited a long time for this. Unfortunately, there's only one huge thing missing, and that's right, our Atlanta Falcons. Nonetheless, it's been an exciting week of preparation for all of us, culminating in tonight's big game between the Rams and the Patriots in the Benz in just a little bit. Patriots have been and continue to be such an amazing story. Tom Brady and his head coach Bill Belichick together have been to 9 Super Bowls. This is their 9th. They have won 5. They are going after the 6th. And if no matter what happens tonight, they will both remain at the top of those categories and so many others as they go along in their careers. What remains of it, they say they'll keep going. The Los Angeles Rams attempting to cap an incredible turnaround for that franchise in 2 years, 3 years now under Sean McVay, their head coach from Marist. They have become quite the contender and should be for years to come. And 33-year-old Sean McVay, the youngest coach in Super Bowl history. In his backfield, a Georgia running back by the name of Todd Gurley. In the Patriots backfield, Sony Michel. So many great stories. Protecting Tom Brady tonight on the offensive line is center David Andrews from Wesleyan School. He went to Georgia. Right next to him at guard is Shaq Mason, who went to Georgia Tech. So many great stories that are unfolding as the drama unfolds here in tonight's big game at the Benz. Let's send it back to David right now. David?
All right, Ken, well, we dealt with some showers early on this morning, and the forecast came to pass where the showers are here this morning. We kicked them out here this afternoon, and we saw some sunshine and some very comfortable temperatures. Take a live look at Mercedes-Benz Stadium from our 101 Marietta camera, and what we're waiting on right now, a live look, is open up that roof. We got indications that may happen kind of any moment now. We'll see. Temperatures around Metro Atlanta and North Georgia today soared. Our average high is in the mid-50s, and we're certainly warmer than that. 62 right now after a high of 65, holding in the mid-50s in Blairsville. Look at those mid-60s in LaGrange, low 60s in Thomaston. Great to see the sunshine. Fox 5 Live Viper was a little busy this morning with spotty showers. Nothing going on now around our region. You'll widen the view back out and take a look at parts of the southeast, and we're dealing with a little wet weather over in South Carolina and North Carolina as it climbs up the coast. That was an area of low pressure. So as we go on through the evening, we'll see the clouds just kind of partly cloudy. And we'll find temperatures very, very comfortable in the 50s or so by 7, 8 o'clock tonight. And we're going to hang in the 40s as the night goes on. So Jeff Hill's going to have an update on what's ahead this week. He's back in the studio. We've got temperatures, it looks like, nudging 70 in the low 70s by the middle part of the week. So a nice little spring preview. Back with my pal Russ Spencer here atop the Bank of America Plaza. And Russ, you know, here things were kind of quiet, but you go about a little 100 feet or so, 100 yards here, and things really start getting busy.
Oh, no question about it. I mean, if I were going to this game and had paid thousands of dollars for a ticket, I'd have been there 2 hours ago just to take in all the scene. But people are still in line there to get into Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, Fox 5's Claire Sims is down along Andrew Young International Boulevard with some lines of people. Claire, what's the story?
Hey, good evening, guys. We're live along Centennial Olympic Park Drive and Andrew Young International Boulevard. And for the most part, the people out here, they're not waiting to get inside. They're just taking in all the atmosphere. Although we have seen a few people get dropped off recently as the clock winds down towards the beginning of Super Bowl 53. Now, we were inside the security perimeter just a little while ago, and we actually were told we had to move outside the security perimeter to do this report. But take a look at some of the video from earlier as people were making their way inside. Now, the good news that we've heard from everyone is that everything's been running very smoothly. We really have not seen lines to get in through security to get into Mercedes-Benz. It's really just sort of people making their way toward the stadium that is taking some time. So we did talk to a group of ladies who are from Georgia. They've been to Mercedes-Benz before. They wanted to come take part in the Super Bowl. They said they've been very impressed with how everything has gone.
I think it's great. I appreciate them being concerned with safety, and it hasn't bothered me at all. We've breezed through everything on MARTA, coming through. Everything has been a breeze so far.
So, of course, the big name of Super Bowl 53, the name of the game has been security. That's why if you have been to an event here before, you can see all these blue and red fences. Those are not normally here. They've had a lot of directional signs, these huge signs lit up in lights showing people which way to go to get to the stadium. But this really has been a very secure event that you can't even really get close to the stadium without a ticket or a credential. And so the people you see out here, they are the people who are just trying to take in all the atmosphere. We had a few people come by and ask us earlier where they can watch it outside and if it'll be on these screens. And the answer to that, I think, is no. But there are some people out here with camping chairs. They're trying to watch it on the Halo board, which you can kind of see through those Super Bowl logos on the side of the stadium. So that's the story here along Centennial Olympic Park Drive. I'm Claire Sims for Fox 5 News.
All right, people just want to be as close as they can to all the excitement. Claire, thanks very much. We're going to stay on the security theme here. It is game time, of course, for the Rams and the Patriots, but it's game time for security forces. Hundreds, thousands of people have been preparing for this moment for a couple of years now. Fox 5's Morse Diggs joins us now from one of the Joint Operations Centers, the command centers, with a look on what they're doing to make sure that the game is the focus and that there's nothing else happening.
Security every bit as tight as a presidential visit, but even larger due to the footprint of the stadium and all the access points that must be covered. No off day for bomb-sniffing dogs from all over Georgia and the Southeast working the security posts leading into the football stadium. Each vehicle going into the restricted area gets 2 checks. An officer uses technology to wand every vehicle. An effort this large establishes layers of security. There are posts at every corner of Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and no unauthorized vehicle can be driven through the security apron due to the city government trucks also in position to deny access. There is law enforcement from more than 40 departments and agencies on hand to assist the APD.
Today is pretty much the same as what we've had for the last several days. The only difference is you'll see the secure force inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium and around that footprint more than you saw during the regular week. All indications from our intelligence units say that we're good to go. So now we're just in preparations of making sure everybody can get to the game safely, enjoy the game, and go home.
Now, along with the officers you see behind me at one of the posts covering Mercedes-Benz, we've got officers and agents at least 3 command centers. The FBI has one out in DeKalb County. APD has the Joint Operation Command at APD headquarters. And across the bridge, there's in effect a mobile office provided by Homeland Security. So everywhere you look, the folks who are trying to enjoy the atmosphere, they're going to see help here should anything occur. Reporting live in downtown Atlanta, I'm Morse Diggs, Fox 5 News.
Well, of course, we're going to keep all our fingers crossed, and folks can be of help to Homeland Security and our local security forces by keeping their eyes open as well. Morse, thanks very much. Okay, of course, we've been encouraged now for months to take MARTA as we get closer to the big game, and lots of people heeded that warning. In fact, the downtown connector this afternoon was not very busy at all. But MARTA parking lots, a much different story. 100% full at this point. Most of the lots were at capacity by 2 o'clock this afternoon. In fact, because the lots filled up quickly, some businesses near MARTA stations are cashing in on the overflow. And we have some breaking news for you. The roof is now open at Mercedes-Benz Stadium over my right shoulder here. It's a perfect afternoon, as David told us, 62 degrees. A lot of folks already inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So they got this look. Kerry Charles took a picture from inside to confirm for us that that beautiful roof opened in about 4 or 5 minutes, and folks from all over the world are now getting a chance to see what we've been marveling at now for a couple of years. Tom and Deidre, back to you.
Well, Russ, I got to say the stadium and the roof, everything looks spectacular behind you, and we're waiting, right, for those fighter jets, the Thunderbirds, to come roaring over the stadium at any moment now.
Yeah, exactly. They've actually practiced twice already this week. It's really something to see from this vantage point. I can only imagine what it's going to look like from inside the stadium up through that halo roof. It's really going to be something.
All right. Russ, David, and the gang, thanks so much. Great job from there. Meanwhile, an ongoing labor dispute between MARTA and bus drivers has resulted in dozens of drivers calling out sick today.
That's right. More than 100 drivers refused to come to work on Super Bowl Sunday, leading to big delays for some bus routes. Fox 5's Will Nunley has been following this story throughout the week. He joins us from the Civic Center terminal with the latest. Will.
And Deidre, we've watched this story develop over the past week. As you've mentioned, it all started Saturday, but of course the agreement was reached between the union and MARTA, and all the drivers were supposed to return to work and avoid any of these delays, but that has not happened, with several of these sick outs throughout the week. As we go to some video of some of the MARTA buses, I want to share some statistics with you. This is a day for statistics, and listen to this. Friday, 76 of the drivers were out. Saturday, 99 of them were out, and today at least 109 drivers were out by 12 noon. MARTA says this is a big problem. It is causing delays in the bus routes throughout their system, and it's a warning for operators to get back to work.
So we want them to get back to work, and we want them to work with us, but we cannot and will not allow folks to, violate the law and inconvenience our customers the way they have in the last week or so.
And speaking of violating the law, MARTA sought a court injunction on Thursday to try to end any of the other drivers that are doing this. They claim that it is a violation of law for them to continue to miss work over this dispute. MARTA telling me today that these drivers will face some sort of disciplinary action. Meanwhile, tonight, one of the busiest transit evenings that MARTA has been preparing for months and years at this point. Supervisors are being called in to operate the buses that operate at stations like you see here behind me to try to keep routes as normal as possible, because there are still a lot of logistics that have to go on away from the Super Bowl tonight. We're going to follow this story very closely as we enter kind of the mass exodus of transit tonight when all the Super Bowl fans start to leave the stadium. We'll be watching these routes closely for you and keep you updated throughout the night on Twitter and Facebook as well. That's the latest downtown. Will Nunley, Fox 5 News.
Yeah, their timing certainly couldn't be worse. Will, thanks.